to sit by the fire and watch some nice holiday movies this year, so I asked my Discord to give me a bunch of holiday or winter-themed movies, and I would pick 31 at random and review them. I'm not a movie reviewer, just a fish that likes watching movies, and these are just my fishy opinions. Next up for the season is this like a horror movie or something? Okay, just got back from watching it and yeah, sort of. Directed in 2021 by Sean Nicholas Lynch, Red Snow is the story about a struggling romance author, Olivia Romo, played by Denise Cisneros. She's a bit vampire obsessed and a bit awkward, but her life gets turned upside down when a bat crashes into her home and she decides to nurse it back to health, only to find out that that bat she helped is in fact a vampire. Meanwhile, a vampire hunter, played by Vernon Wells, starts to spy on Olivia, believing she is harboring the injured vampire. So this movie was interesting. The movie's first half was kind of hit or miss. A lot of the jokes were kind of tame or flew over my head entirely, and admittedly, I didn't really realize it was supposed to be a comedy until the vampire hunter came in and gave a very obvious "do you like vampires" joke. Even then, it wasn't until the mid part of the movie that I felt the movie really started to find its footing. I actually started really enjoying the movie around this point. Plenty of jokes started to make me laugh, and I enjoyed this direction. There's a part of the movie where Olivia has locked the vampire in the garage, and he's bored out of his mind, so he's asking her for something to do, and she hands him her manuscript to the book she's writing. Then later, the two start hashing out what was good about the book and what didn't work, and this was great. They go back and forth, they workshop this book together. I loved this. This was incredibly funny. For most of the rest of the movie after this, I felt it was really fun. However, once the movie started to go to its end point, I did feel like it lost its footing again. I think there's a lot of good ideas here. The execution just doesn't stick the landing all the time. The tone also just kind of goes all over the place. Sometimes it's too serious, and sometimes it's just not serious at all. There were a lot of times I got frustrated because I thought there were some really good jokes that could happen, but it just never did. But contrary to that, there were plenty of times that I thought the humor was pretty good, and I didn't expect what they were gonna do. The movie overall is a mixed bag. The acting for the most part is pretty well done, and the practical effects in this movie were good, although I do wish there was more of them. The ending too was one I personally didn't really care for, but I could see where some people might really like it. For a horror comedy, I think this movie is pretty safe. I wanted to see it pushed more in either the horror or comedy direction, but what I got was fine. I'm giving Red Snow half a jingle.